Hi, it's Lonnie with Crafty Traveler, and today's video is about power.
Hi there, you have found the Crafty Traveler channel. My name is Lonnie and I'm a 71-year-old female who loves to camp and travel. I travel with my little Schnauzer Snickers, who can be a bit noisy at times. We love to go to the desert in the winter, the mountains in the summer, the seashore whenever we can. Sometimes I travel alone, and other times I love to travel with a group. I belong to a wonderful group of ladies that love to camp and have a good time. We do activities like painting. Sometimes I do sewing tutorials. I love to visit quilt shops, go to quilt retreats, and quilt shows. Come along and follow us. Comment, share, and subscribe to my channel and see where we go next. Thanks for watching. Here's a collection of things I used for power or that are USB chargeable. I have a Rock Place power bank that I used in the beginning of our travels in 2020. And it's good to run my CPAP for about 8 hours. But I still have it, so I can use it. And it's got USB plugs and all in it. And I bought a Blue Eddy, so I'd have a little more power for longer periods of time. If I'm boondocking, I can plug in my electric blanket. And then this is the Rock Pals solar panel. Unfortunately, the plug on this solar panel does not work with the Blue Eddy. Well, I messaged Johnny's Journey about the cord situation because the one cord that was hooked to the solar panel would only fit the Rock Pals. Well, I found my cord for my Blue Eddy. I put it into this and it works great and it fits into the Blue Eddy. So now I can charge either station with my solar panels. Thanks, Johnny, for the electrical advice on a newbie. I've tied little colored fabric around each of the individual cords, blue for the Blue Eddy and orange for my Rock Pals. And I'm going to put both of those cords in the pocket of my solar panel so they're all in one place and I can find them easily. Other cords that came with my Blue Eddy are this one for the 110 charge and a converter and a 12 volt and an extra USB. I can always use one of those. And I'm just going to put them all back in the box and put them back under the cupboard where I store the Blue Eddy. Of course, my phone charges on USB, and I have a shaver and a toothbrush, a flashlight. This is a little charger that I can solar charge and then use it. This charger I use in the cab. It has two 12 volts. It plugs into one 12 volt, and then it has two USBs. So in my cab, when I'm driving down the road, I have most of the time with just this, I have the Garmin and my phone, because I have a second 12 volt that I put the backup camera into. I also purchased this USB lighter on Amazon. It recharges. You pop the top off, and it has two different buttons. This one and this one pushes the prongs up, and then there is a little button under that, and you push the other button at the same time, which creates a little arc, which you can then light a gas stove with, or I'm sure it will even light paper for burning. In my RV, I have a 1000-watt inverter hooked up to a 190-watt solar panel, and I can use this plug, which is actually a plug bar, power bar, plugged into a 110 outlet under the dinette, and that's connected to the inverter. So I can use that without being plugged into shore power for short periods of time. So I can use my computer for a little while. There's also a 12 volt, the 110, and a USB port underneath the dinette. And you can see I have a USB line plugged into it, so I can use that from my phone. Over the bed, I have two 110 plugs, a USB, and a 12 volt. So when I'm boondocking, I can plug my CPAP into that 12 volt, and it works great. Of course, you can see I have my clock on, and that's plugged into a USB. So that's a USB appliance. And my fairy lights, they're USB. I don't always have them plugged in because sometimes I plug in my phone into the other USB plug that's under the cabinet over my bed. I suppose I could use my double 12 volt and plug it in there to use my 12 volt and then also to plug in my fairy lights or my phone at night. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something about how I use my power. Of course, I'm lucky enough to have an RV that has solar, has a generator, and has a furnace. But I have some alternate ways that I can use my power. So I think I'm going to be good when boondocking down in the desert in January. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and stay crafty when using your power. Thanks for watching.